Hello and welcome to Connect. I'm your host, Randy Shabilo. On today's show, we'll have Colleen Wilson talking about pets in the park coming up, as well as some infill development projects in our city. As always, we'd like to connect with you.
Tweet us at connect_YXZ. Follow us on Facebook to watch new and past interviews, or email connectyxz@gmail.com with any future guest or topic suggestions.
Pets in the Park is back again in Saskatoon, and I've invited Colleen Wilson, one of the founders from Pets in the Park, getting it going a number of years ago, and this is the largest number of guests I've ever had on the show, so thank you for making time, all of you.
Well, thank you for having us, Randy, all 5 of us, 1 of me and 4 of these little guys who come to us from Street Cat Rescue. Street Cat Rescue is one of the 3 charities involved with Pets in the Park. It was founded, this is what happens when you do TV, Randy. Working in television for many years, I always loved animals and did a lot of work with the animal charities, and the Saskatoon SPCA, Street Cat Rescue, and New Hope Dog Rescue came together, kind of because I knew them all, and we decided to put on Pets in the Park for a number of reasons. The obvious one being to raise money to help homeless companion animals find their forever loving home. And believe me, the funds that we raise through Pets in the Park, every dime goes to the animals. Everybody volunteers. We have no staff. Nobody gets paid. It all goes to help little guys just like this find a new and loving home. And it's important to us that the money's all used for that. So that's one of the reasons we do it. And these little guys, like this little bunch, came to Street Cat Rescue when they were literally 24 hours old, and Colleen, the other Colleen, is fostering them for Street Cat. She's bottle feeding them, and the milk replacer is expensive. And then they need to get neutered and spayed. And if you don't neuter and spay your pets, they can become pregnant at 4 to 6 months old already. So it's important to get that done. So there are costs, but the reason it's important to do it is man domesticated these animals to be our companions. They were bred, centuries ago to become companions to humans, and they're helpless. And we have to, support them, and animals do so much for us, and this is what we do to help them. And they so deserve it, but in the end, I wonder who really rescues who. I know, Randy, you lost your dog recently, but how important he was to you. Mm-hmm. And they're a part of the family, and we domesticated them, made them love humans, and we have a responsibility towards them, and a compassionate society cares about animals. And they are just absolutely precious, but I guarantee you, they will bring more to your life than you could ever imagine. So they rescue us right back when we rescue them. So these little guys are up for adoption. I think we've got a number that you can get them from Street Cat Rescue. And then we've got similar situations with dogs, with New Hope Dog Rescue, and of course the Saskatoon SPCA that handles both dogs and cats and does a lot of great work. So the funds go to them, but we also do it because we want to display our community's love for their animals, because they are such an important part of our families, and it's a great community building event as well. Animals are a great icebreaker. Like you and I would never normally talk, right, Randy? But they're a great icebreaker.
So what happens at Pets in the Park? It's coming up on July 14th.
On July 14th. This is our 14th year. Yeah. And it's July 14th in Kiwanis Park, right across from the Sheraton Cavalier Hotel. And it's just a great day to come down to the park. Doesn't cost you anything to come, but we ask you to spend generously once you're there, because we have a silent auction, we have concessions, we have a beer garden, we have all sorts of things going on. We have vendor booths, we've got a great stage lineup coming up, but all of those places are profit centers for us so that we can return all of the money to help these homeless companion animals. And the stories are remarkable, how we've been able to find homes for these animals because of the chance they get through the funds raised at Pets in the Park. And the charities work very hard, these 3 charities. They supply all the manpower, do all the work to put this event on. So I get to stand up there on stage and introduce all the great talent we have, but it's a big event to put on, but it's much loved in the city. So it starts at 10 o'clock. Well, it starts early with the pancake breakfast, early in the morning at Kiwanis Park, and then at 10 the stage starts to get rolling. At 11 it really gets going. We've got some great live entertainment. This year is our first year without our dear friend Maurice Drouin. I always called Maurice the godfather of jazz in Saskatchewan. He was just an amazing man, loved animals, and came every year and shared his remarkable jazz talent with our stage, and we're going to miss him this year, but we're going to do a special tribute to him. We lost Maurice in February. And we're going to do a special tribute to Maurice with some of his valued vocalists that are happy to come out and perform for Maurice. We've got some other great entertainment coming up. Jazz vocals from Colleen Carr, who's been remarkable helping me with the stage this year. Colleen can sing the phone book. Donna Hay, incredible recording artist. She's going to be there singing as well. Justine Jug is joining us as well. Justine's been with us from the beginning. Great singer, great jazz singer. And then Brandon Lee's going to be playing for us. He's a classical pianist, and we're going to have the house band come and play some great cover music. And so it's going to be a great stage lineup, but all the concession food, everything you want is right there. So come out, bring the whole family. It's a family event.
And it's free, first of all, I guess.
It's free to come
focus on.
out,
Yep.
but we're going to have some people roaming and maybe asking for a donation because, you know, it does take a lot of effort to put it on. And, you know, we had, like last year, about 12,000 people through the park that day. So we really need people to think about the fact that when they buy at the silent auction or buy something at the concession, it's really going to help these little guys. I'm going to bring Tibet out here now. He's polydactyl, and he is so cute. But I mean, how do you resist that? Oh, I'm sorry, Tibet, you're so sweet. Look at this. So this is how you can help them. And like I said, in the end, they rescue you right back.
When you look at the number of people that attend this, is there any requirement if I'm going to bring my dog or cat or pet down?
Absolutely.
What would I need to pay attention to?
Great question, Randy. They have to be on leash, but we've even had birds on leash. We've had ferrets on leash. The only one I saw off leash one time was somebody had a snake wrapped around their arm. That was in one of our early years. I haven't seen that since. But dogs and cats have to be on leash, and it's for everybody's safety, and everybody is great. They all abide by the rules. They're very respectful. We have little doggy cleanup bags available. We'll have water stations if it's a hot day. We go come rain or shine, and we've been blessed to always have great weather. But if we get a little rain, we just run for cover a little bit, and everybody comes back out as soon as the rain is over. So it'll be a great day. But yeah, be sure that your pet is on leash, but bring them. It's a great day for the whole family, the furry members too.
So it's not just dogs and cats, thus the name Pets in the Park.
Right.
So, can you mentioned the ferrets and so on?
And rabbits.
What else would you see that day typically?
I've mostly dogs and some cats that are quieter. You'll see that don't mind a crowd, but you'll see rabbits and you'll see a few, but not as many. Predominantly it's dogs, but it's such an eyeful to see people with their pets, because you know how they say people always look like their animals? I think it's true.
Well, I've seen fashion shows where there have been pets dressed like the owners, and that's quite something to see.
Yeah, if you look at their faces, sometimes you can see a resemblance. Winston Churchill and his famous bulldog.
Is the situation like this? It must be fairly common. I know with the SPCA and the others, they were quite small. You mentioned when
these little guys.
Yeah. Like a day old, and to nurse them. Not necessarily back to life, but keep them alive. That's a lot of effort.
A lot of effort. The other Colleen is sitting over there, and she has nursed them along, and I know she's up at all hours of the night giving these little guys a chance. But when I think of the love that they're going to bring to someone, I have 2 cats, and they're rescues, and I don't know who rescued who. Like I said, I thought, I can't do this again. I'd lost my 20-year-old cat. I was heartbroken. And I thought, I have to do it because, it's painful at the end when you lose them, but what you can do for them and what they do for you. There are all kinds of scientific studies, Randy, that talk about what animals do for us. Even places that are known for their quality medical care, like the Mayo Clinic, have done studies and have resident animals that spend time with the patients. Just hearing a cat purr or patting a dog can lower your blood pressure. Things like that. They make you get out and walk them more so with a dog, although I have a cat that walks on the leash and other people do as well. But they do a lot for our health and our emotional health and mental health. There are lots of projects going where Different groups are working with animals, with children that have various challenges. I've seen what pets can do with people with autism, people that have some mental health issues. Even, again, this is for companion animals, and we can't bring horses to the park, but there's a program in the U.S. where convicts learn how to take wild horses and train them so they can have a useful life. And when you hear the convicts talk about what those learning to work with those horses did for them as a human and changed their lives. So while we think of rescuing the pets, they bring so many important things to our lives as humans, and that's why it's critical that a caring and cognizant society really looks after its animals.
When you have the pets, there's a responsibility of day and night care, and when you're away as well.
Right.
Any advice you can give to people watching when they adopt some of the pets that are available?
Well, I know what it's like when I go away and I can't take my animals with me. You know, on some trips you just can't do that. There are some really quality people to provide services, and I think you could probably get recommendations from various places, even from your friends who use them. I always keep my pets at home and have a pet sitter, because it's nice to have someone watch your house at the same time. So if I go away, that's what I do. So there are good organizations that do that will come into your home. They'll stay overnight if you want them to, or come, you know, for a couple of visits a day, even walk your dog if you can't walk it on your own when you're there. So you can definitely find people to help you out with that. So they don't tie you down, but there is a responsibility to pet ownership, and part of that is keeping them up to date with vaccines, and of course neutering and spaying is amazing. They've got 45 kittens at Street Cat Rescue up for adoption now. I'm not sure what they have currently at the SPCA in terms of dogs and cats, or what New Hope has for animals, but I guarantee you there are lots of both, and fabulous animals and beautiful animals up for adoption. So, well, these guys are really cute. We want to kind of solve the problem at the root by getting people to neuter and spay their pets.
To begin with, then.
Yeah, exactly. And if somebody out there is listening and they go, I really want an animal, but I maybe don't have the resources, call New Hope Dog Rescue, the SPCA, or Street Cat Rescue, and they can maybe give you some advice. I know there are some programs available. There's one called SNP through the University of Saskatchewan that they neuter and spay a lot of animals. So there are ways to help people out, because we want every little animal to be wanted before it comes into the world. I just want them all once they're here.
I'm afraid to touch them. I just know I'm going to keep one if I do. So I'm going
to
say thank you for making some time for this effort, and thank you for founding this organization and the event itself. July 14th, Pets in the Park.
We want to see everybody there, and I want to thank Pizza Hut, our title sponsor for 14 years, Randy. They've been amazing in every way, shape, and form. They not only provide their money, they provide food and services and people to help us. So
awesome.
They do a great job.
Okay, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.